The last scout here. So all day long, people have been waiting with bated breath to see the fake news awards to be handed out by President Trump. Which, if you watch the way the media is acting about it all day long and into this evening, it's awesome because they're losing their flipping minds. But then mainstream media has lost its flipping mind a long time ago. And Senator Jeff Flake from Arizona, you are such a total rhino communist Democrat without any doubt. To actually say, to come out and say that Trump is like Stalin when it comes to the free press. Well, there really is no free press, Jeff Flake, because a free press doesn't make up lies, doesn't make up sources, doesn't sit there and concoct stories without any backup whatsoever, and they're repeatedly found wrong. So they really don't deserve to be known as the free press. Now maybe the tabloid press. I mean, I could see a National Enquirer hour easily on CNN or MSNBC or any of them. And as far as the Huffington Post and BuzzFeed and Media Matters, oh please, 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 please. This is not real journalism. This is not what the First Amendment's about. I mean, I don't think the Founding Fathers ever had a clue that journalism would be turned in to such a three-ring circus of lies and the fiasco that it's turned into by what used to be very trusted sources. But then when you take Operation Mockingbird, where the CIA put people in journalism positions to help spread their narrative, well, I mean, what more do you need to know? And if you cannot tell that CNN and all of them pretty much, and I even have my questions on Fox sometimes, why they should be trusted anymore is beyond me. And if you follow them, why do you follow them? I implore you, Americans, get off the fake news train and do your own research. Take a look around. There are so many sources around. And when was the last time you saw, let's say, MSNBC and Fox News for that matter, when was the last time they had somebody on the ground in a country where conflict was taking place, or to do any kind of story like that? I mean, a real in-depth, meaningful story. You don't see it anymore. I mean, I guess they can't afford it. They spend so many millions on people like Megyn Kelly to sit up there and boast up their narrative. And they all seem to have one thing in common. And basically, every hour from the 24-hour news sources is basically the same thing over and over. It doesn't matter if it's the morning show, it doesn't matter if the afternoon show, it doesn't matter if it's a 5. It's just parroting over and over and over all day long. Thank goodness for the internet, so we can find out and see things that are happening in the rest of the world, because we're not going to get it. American media has gotten so caught up within itself. They so want to be the stars of their own show or their own story, and you can't have it that way. How can you be an objective journalist when you have an agenda? Why don't you just go out there and report the news? It's real simple. It's very simple. But they don't want it that way anymore. And this constant hate on President Trump, man, it's got to stop. It's no wonder you guys are getting so bombasted. Just think of how much more President Trump could be doing if you guys weren't so vile and vindictive. I mean, come on. We all know that you lie and make up stuff. We all know that you don't have sources. It's pathetic. It's real pathetic. And the talking heads, forget them. Why don't you networks contract one of these Syrians or one of these people in the country that are real journalists and have them do the story for you and send it to you? Back in the old days, that's the way it used to be. You know, I mean, you used to get radio reports before there was television of news from Jakarta because somebody was on the ground there to report it. But not anymore. No, American news and news medias have really lost their way. And it's become this machine that's just pathetic. It's become a propaganda machine. Yeah, and back to Jeff Flake. Man, what the hell's wrong with you? I know you're trying to set yourself up to run for president, but by the time 2020 gets here, this country's going to be changed so much. And I wouldn't even vote for you anyway. Not after all that you've done. Because like when you ran for senator in Arizona, oh yeah, you made a promise to your constituents in Arizona. Oh, I will do something about immigration. Leading them to think that you were going to deal with illegal, well, you've dealt with illegal immigration. You voted totally against the way the people of the state of Arizona wanted you to, elected you to do. But yet you want to call out President Trump on the press saying he's Stalinist. No, Jeff Flake, you're just playing Joseph Goebbels. That's all it is. You're supporting nothing but major propaganda, and you know it, unless you're just really that stupid. And you know, I begin to wonder if some of you aren't really that stupid. And I wonder where you get your talking points from. What deep state and machine is pushing you up there, Jeff Flake? But you say you're not going to run again. We'll see. It hasn't gotten here yet. Anyway, if the fake news awards happen, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I don't really honestly need President Trump to tell me who the fake news is and who the leaders of fake news is and the supporting cast of characters that are fake news. I don't need the president to tell me. It's obvious, and it's right there in all of our faces. If you just take time and refuse to be propagandized. But this is America, and that is your choice. This is The Last Scout. Take care. God bless. And I'm out.